are streaming. Shirts. We're gonna start streaming now. Forgot my mic's live. Okay, they're hearing some music, and now they're hearing my voice say that. And then we're gonna do this real quick. See if this comes through. All right, you guys. We're supposed to hear this in the studio as well, but for some reason it's not letting the monitoring happen right now. But there's actually sounds to this. This sound is a helicopter with like a Morse code going.
Thank you for the narration.
And then this is an alien abduction. Yeah, I know. All right, there's that. All right, you guys, we are live. What's up, everybody? Welcome to eOpenMic. We've had a break for a while. Like 2 years or something? Not a lot to be said, but I'm here in the studio. Grant, how do you pronounce your last name? I should have asked you that before.
My last name is Wenzel.
Wenzel. I couldn't decide between Wenzel or Wenzel. All right.
Everyone gets it wrong all the time. It's all good.
We got Grant Wenzel. We got Joshua Jarman, and we got Tim Fowley from Uncle Tim's Bench. Yeah, you hear that harmonica. And we're going to be joined by Nathan Douglas as well as Sean Gallagher out of California. They're going to join in from Skype. And so if anybody remembers eOpenMic from last time, I'm changing it up a little bit so that it's more based right here in Charleston, South Carolina. And as there are different issues that we ran through. We have one tonight. So here we're going to look at the lineup. Here, check it out. There's the lineup. We got Arvetra. Arvetra, if you're watching this, I don't know, man. Wanted you to be part of it. Arvetra pulled out about 2 hours ago because he was tired. So
No.
These were some of the issues when you're working with people that you don't have any idea who they are. You never know what's going to happen. One of the other issues was that there was sort of a choppiness to the internet, a latency that would happen where the Skype people that would Skype in, it would kind of drag out, kind of be like slow-mo, and then super speed up. And so you couldn't, and then it is dependent on people's internet to a certain degree. I've run a hard line out from the house, under the ground, through outer space into here. And so we're good. We get a steady 69 millisecond latency to 70 milliseconds latency. So we should be totally good. Super stoked for this. I hope that this is a place where a whole bunch of different musicians can come in, sort of shoot the shit. I'm going to say some curse words on you, Mike, I guess. Okay. Where we get like a lot of different personality types, a lot of people that are involved in the scene, and also connecting people from different states and hopefully different countries. The first go around on eOpenMic, we actually had a comedian that attempted to join from India. I was really curious about that. We had it didn't happen, but I don't know. That might have been an utter failure anyway.
That was a joke right there.
And then we had two people join out of London from a basement in London who played like this, like, I don't know, it was like punk folk or something. And
It's amazing.
they were high energy to say the least. And it looked like they were in like a dungeon in London. I have
That's
no
incredible.
idea what it was. And then we had people join from California and Florida and Maryland. And people were finding out about it who had no idea who they were. And so that's a big hope for this. And that's why I was a little bit disappointed that Arvetra couldn't make it because he was the one person that I have no idea who he was. He was out in North Carolina. But anyway, we're going to move right along. You can see the lineup there. And we're going to see how this thing goes. You know, this is the first time through. So it might be, share, subscribe, share it. It's on my personal page as well as YouTube right now. YouTube, No Grove Zone. So share the link to that. Share the link on the Facebook page. I'm going to go ahead and share it to the eOpenMic page. I'm going to do that right now, so bear with me. There are different kinks we're going to have to work out. This is one of them. Unfortunately, I have to pay like $190 per year. if I want to do the live stream directly to the eOpenMic page. So not doing that yet. If this grows into something, then I can maybe do that. But not in the budget right now. All right, we're hitting share. You're not seeing this. But we're going to share to a page. And we're sharing to the eOpenMic page. Come on. And shared. All right, that should be good. Let me make sure it's coming through. The eOpenMic page.
Yeah. So do you have any of those old
not doing
eOpenMics saved by any chance and uploaded to YouTube?
Yeah, I do. On the YouTube channel. So after this broadcast happens, I'm recording it right now. I'm going to upload this broadcast to the eOpenMic YouTube channel as well. So go subscribe to the eOpenMic YouTube channel. And without any further ado, we're going to go to the actual shot here for eOpenMic. So here are all our guests, and we're just hanging out with each other. We can't hear you guys, but we can see comments. They can't see comments. I'm going to try to work that out, but I could do this. If I do this, you guys can see comments, but I can't. I can't see it. You can see that, right?
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah. All right. So if you guys see comments, let me know. All right. So let's do this. I'm going to work on the coloration of these shots a little bit while they get going, and we're going to start. Actually, I'm starting with me. I'm going to start with some piano pieces. So I'm going to just play a couple piano pieces. It's one of the things that I've been working on is piano, and something I want to do this year is play a lot more piano. And so here we go. That's loud. Is that too loud in your guys' headphones?
It's loud.
All right, we're going to take it down. We're going to take it down. We're going to take
That
it
was
down.
a good note or chord.
Here we go. Okay, look, we got to take it down. A little better. All right, here we go. My iPad. Okay, that's why it disconnected my USB cable. Okay, we're back.
There we go.
and I'm gonna do a short little thing here. I just want to play this one thing. So. We're gonna skip to the end.
An instant classic.
You can't play?
That must be the best original I've heard in a while.
Yeah, that was yours, yeah.
Yes. Well, apparently, I was talking to Nathan, who's gonna be on here later, and he said I should put music to this. Whatever. It's a Chopin piece, and but apparently, like a bunch of these piano pieces are, since they were written so long ago, they're in the public domain now.
Oh, right.
Nice.
So you can, I guess,
License
you can literally
free, baby.
take them and write lyrics to them, and I guess they're your song, sort of.
That's
maybe,
cool.
Maybe. Anyway, all right. So eOpenMic is way better with people in the studio. So thank you guys so much for coming out. That was phenomenal.
It was.
All right. Hey, up next is Tim Falvey of Uncle Tim's Bench. And so let's welcome him to the stage.
Yeah, Tim.
It's so much better.
You haven't even heard me yet.
All right.
We know we're gonna hear it. It's worth the applause.
I think, okay, I'm going to mess this up, but there we go. There it is.
May I take it away, Noah?
All you.
It's called Coffee Cup Collateral. Moon thumb tacked as a matter of fact, waxing from the right. But our stars hung low while we counted crows, blushing at the sight of the blue-gray seam on a Gemini dream that I treasure to this day. With midnight draped like a velvet cape on the hunch of Folly Bay, sundress slipping to her feet, sun-baked back in redskin heat, sunburnt cheeks in silver sheets, sunspots burning memories of coffee cup collateral and a curtsy in the sand of an ebbing shore connecting for my heartstrings in her hand. Fading quotes on ransom notes, and now I owe it all to trinket taking and curfew breaking and coffee cup collateral. And now I owe it all to coffee cup collateral. legs twirl and 10 toes curl under crack shells under feet. A calculated bet on salty water sweat and springtime's rising heat. Sealing a chance for one more dance under phosphorescent sky. 6 new steps in riptide jets and a harbor lullaby. Sundress slipping to her feet, sun-baked back and redskin heat. Sunburned cheeks and silver sheets, sunspots burning memories of coffee cup collateral and a curtsy in the sand of an ebbing shore connecting for my heartstrings in her hand. Fading quotes on ransom notes, now I owe it all to trinket taking and curfew breaking and coffee cup collateral. Now I owe it all to coffee cup collateral. Now I owe it all. Teeth devour an earring flower just to steal a taste. Forget-me-nots next to coffee pots, ransom notes erased. Hot off the press, y'all. Yo, much too sweet.
It's a catchy tune. Coffee cup collateral. I like that.
This one is a bit of a humdinger. King Hurricane is a force with whom to reckon.
Corey says, damn.
His story is his introduction to his muses. We'll be releasing this through the sponsorship of Soulshine Studios out of North Charleston, South Carolina, hopefully by the end of February. Oh, she shows the boys attention 'cause she don't get none at home. Queen of Carolina swears that she's the only one. Hot showers and cold sheets are her forte, yeah. Queen of Carolina calls me King Hurricane. Ashes to ashes, surrounding your trouble. Dust to dust to dust to dust to the girls who dare not cuddle. Your chicken legs are thumping me to the line of Ryan's bass, and Lady Gaga singing sexy to my poker face. Call me, call me, call me. Call me King Hurricane, yeah, yeah, yeah. Coconut curls and Everglade eyes are rock and roll heroes to try on for size. College girls dropping out playing with fire and a foot in the mouth of an ever out. I'm a love up and leave you specimen right. Fresh piece of Katie might stick if I bite. Down with you over here after tonight, 'cause King Street is flooding after your flight. Call me, yeah. Call me, yeah. Call me, yeah. Call me King Hurricane. Sometimes it's cold in Carolina. folly white caps turn to ice. Sometimes she'd rather drown in Atlantic darkness. Sometimes she thinks, oh Lord, that'd be mighty nice. Sometimes it's cold in Carolina. Sometimes the sun don't wanna play. Sometimes she'd rather swaddle in folly darkness. Sometimes I wonder why the hell she stays. Call me. Call me. Call me. Call me King Hurricane. I see you looping the loop around Jupiter's hoops. It's last call on Market Street, Lord. Summon the troops. Would you put on a little tap dance, diverting from the truth? You could be my alley cat. I could be your oops. Oh, she shows the boys attention 'cause she don't get none at home. The Queen of Carolina swears that she's the only one. Hot showers and cold sheets are her forte, yeah. Queen of Carolina calls me King Hurricane.
Yeah.
Thank you, Noah, and to the Grove for having me out.
Hey, let's talk. So Nathan Douglas, if you're out there, we're gonna have Nathan Douglas in just a second. I'm gonna get the Skype ready. But why don't we just talk about briefly about Uncle Tim's performance? I just want to throw out there one of the things that I think is really interesting about watching Tim play, and I've been being able to see him play in quite a few different places. All right, I got to get in the habit of this. Is how different all of his performances are. And so, like, when you hear him perform in this setting or in smaller settings, it's toned way down. They're just so different. What do y'all think about that?
There's so much. Yeah, you match the energy of the room, and whenever what I see you play at Mike Club versus here, this feels a lot more personal.
Yeah.
Whereas like up in Mike Club, you just have so much energy. It's
I think
it's really
maybe
cool to see.
he is aware that happens too, and that's why Uncle Tim's Bench brings on like different types of musicians. For like you did that for quite some time. You had different people jam with you all the time and bring out a different thing.
Well, the way you approach a conversation depends on who you're talking to, how many folks you're talking to, where you're speaking, what the subject matter is, and honestly, what emotion you bring at the time. The way I approach a performance is akin to that. I might be playing to a room of complete strangers or 3 friends and hopefully thousands and millions of virtual viewers. And all of that contributes as an ingredient to the delivery of my stories.
Nice.
I want to get a message across, and I care to speak the language of my audience.
I don't think there's too many artists that can really do that. Adapt their music that they've written to be in this for the specific environment that they're in. Like I for one, I don't think I could do that. I don't think that I match the energy or the vibe of the room that I'm in.
I think
That's
you could
really
do
cool
that.
You're giving me some ideas. You're
Yeah,
giving me
yeah.
some ideas, definitely.
All right, let's see here. Got the aggregated device going. Speakers are correct. Okay, you guys keep talking real quick.
Right,
No,
yeah.
I think we're good. Let's go. Let's give Nathan a call. Let's see if he's there.
Knock, knock, Nathan.
Hey. A little loud on that. Let me turn the audio down a little bit on that. I don't think y'all can hear that, but we're all grooving to the Skype right now. All right, let me see. All right, I'm gonna end it.
It's
I'm gonna
fire
try.
loops, really.
Wait,
Yeah,
Nathan, are
for
you
real,
there?
It's amazing.
Nathan, I got a Skype window. All right, guys. This is where we tested this. Let's try this again. Okay. All right. Let me see if I can get you back up there. Yeah, I did that last time where it just quit out. I think we're still live on the stream, but now there's a big delay. Can you hear that? Or if you guys talk,
La da 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 da.
does it feel delayed?
A little.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right, let me just reset my Scarlett 18920. We should be good.
The old Scarlet.
18920.
Yeah. Let's give that a try.
Makes my solo look kind of.
Check, 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 check. All right, little delay. All right, Nathan, are you still there? Nathan?
No.
All right, I'm going to call you back. And see, this is like that little delay really messes with me, you know? Like it's just like it feels like it puts you behind.
Cerebral. Yeah.
But there's nothing changed. It's just that all of a sudden the device decided to have a latency. I don't know if it's there's too many applications, but this computer should handle it.
So what is our live stream seeing right now?
Our live stream is seeing the four of us and me, because I hear myself delayed. I slowly slow down, but they're seeing all four of us.
I see a screensaver, if you will, on
Okay, let's put that out.
Like the display options. That's what we're seeing over here. There we go. Up. Jams.
Let's take that down. The speakers.
It grooves though.
I've never heard like the four.
Nathan, you there?
What happened to my camera?
Did it slide?
What's your
Nathan, you there? Okay, we don't see any video, but if you tap on the video icon on your Skype
Days
program,
like
it should
decades.
turn it on. If you can see a little camera icon. There we are. All right, let's see if you can. There it is.
All right, hooray.
Yes, I'm here.
Yes. We're all a little delayed. A tiny little delay. But that doesn't delay you. So, all right, everybody, this is Nathan Douglas.
Nathan, good to meet you.
We got a call.
I'm out there.
All right. Nathan is a prolific songwriter. I got to record a ton of songs with him. He's
All right. So you can hear me and
Yes.
see me? Is that what you're
you
telling
can
me?
hear and see us. You guys want to talk? Say hey to Nathan.
Hey Nathan.
Hey Nathan, how's it going?
Nothing?
Oh,
Hang on. Skype
our excitement
audio.
is in vain.
Audio. Let's do. That should work. Check, check. Check, check. Sorry, you guys. Technical difficulties. Okay, we're seeing something. You guys try talking?
Hello.
Talk.
Okay, we should be good. All right, you can hear us. You should be able to hear us.
Yeah, I hear you. I'm over on the Facebook Live
Yeah.
page for eOpenMic,
Yeah.
and I'm looking at the panel with everybody in there. Hello,
Hey.
everyone.
Hello, hello.
And hopefully you're seeing and hearing me without too much of latency.
You sound great.
All right, so like I said, Nathan's written a ton of songs. He writes like a song every single day. I've worked on probably like 200 songs.
Oh, don't hold me to that,
I don't know.
man.
It's just coming out all the time. And if you want to check out his stuff, you go to nathandouglasgo.com. I'll put that on the screen here. And other than that, Nathan, you want to take it away? I'll put up Nathan Douglas Go on the website, or on the page. This delay is tripping me out.
Before we do this, let me figure out where I want to be. I've got you in two places,
Okay.
so let me get rid of one of them.
Okay.
Let me get rid of the Facebook.
Okay.
I think that's the
All right, well-
problem. Just give me a second. I'm logging out of Facebook, and I'll come back.
While
to
you're
Skype.
doing that, I'll just talk a little more about you. So, Nathan.
No, that's enough about me, man. No, I just want to do one song and then sit back and listen to Uncle Tim and everybody else. I enjoyed that, Uncle Tim. You got great lyrics,
Thanks,
man.
brother.
And I want to compliment him real quick before I
Yeah.
forget. You have the ability, the guys were talking about you adapting to your environment. Another ability you have, which is kind of unique, is you can make the lyrics sound very conversational. Even though obviously you're following your phrasing and your melody line, but it sounds very conversational. It's sort of like Jim Croce, if you know Jim Croce from back in the day. That's a unique quality, and that's a cool thing to be able
Thank
to
you,
do.
Nathan.
Thank you,
Whoa.
Naked.
Naked? No, you want me to get naked?
We don't know
man?
if you're wearing pants
is
or
this
not
an
with his
X-rated
video
show?
feed.
What is this?
There's no telling.
Thank you, Naked.
Thank you.
Yeah, you know Noah, man. He's out
He's got
there.
no shoes on. I can attest to that.
Yes.
Yeah, I feel sorry for you guys with him no shoes on, man. Ew.
They're clean.
They're clean.
Okay, yeah, you say that. Yeah. I'm just going to do one song, and let me change the mood here real quick. I've told Noah I was going to do this song. He actually sang this song for me when we cut a demo of it. And the background on this is a friend of mine a few years ago passed away, and I found out about it belatedly. And it hit me really hard. I didn't think I'd be that emotional about it. And he committed suicide. So the only way I could deal with it was to write a song. And I wrote the song from his perspective because his widow shared a couple of things he said in his suicide note, just 2 or 3 words or whatever here and there. So that's what this is about. And it's called Better This Way. I'll do it a cappella. Going down under, can't stand the rain, can't stop the thunder, nothing is gonna save me. Yeah, I've a man who's seen enough, tired of pretending that I'm tough. I want to finally be free. It'll be better this way. I don't want to live in a troubled world no more. Yeah, it'll be better this way. 'Cause you'll be free and I'll be free now and forevermore. Yes, there were moments, those bright and sunny moments, when I thought that life was wonderful. And we shared those moments, those bright and sunny moments. But in the end, there weren't enough of them. Going down under, can't stand the rain, can't stop the thunder, nothing is gonna save me. Yeah, I'm a man who's seen enough, tired of pretending that I'm tough. I want to finally be free. It'll be better this way. I don't want to live in a tortured world no more. Yeah, it'll be better this way. 'Cause you'll be free and I'll be free now and forevermore. This life I've led was full of dread, fighting things that filled my head with sadness and a growing sense of doom. Spent all my time trying to climb out of this hole inside my soul. Does anybody know my pain? Going down under, can't stand the rain, can't stop the thunder, nothing is gonna save me. Yeah, I'm a man who's seen enough, tired of pretending that I'm tough. I want to finally be free. I want to finally be free. I want to finally be free. That's it. Thanks, guys.
Do you want to check? Okay, we've got a huge delay now. All right, I'm gonna have to reset some stuff. Sean Gallagher, you hang out. I gotta reset some stuff. But Nathan, before you go, do you want to say anything more about that song or anything else you want to share with the audience?
Well, since these guys are songwriters and performers, I would say that the first time I sang that publicly a few years ago, I cried while I was singing it. I had a lot of trouble controlling the emotions that were associated with the song. And Noah and I have talked about, how do you get in touch with emotions and how do you emote to an audience? But I did find in time, like just then, that I still feel it, but I don't feel it at the same level of intensity. So I don't know if these guys want to talk about that, but because there is the truth of the matter is you've got to control your emotions to some extent in order to perform, because otherwise if you got a tearjerker, you'll break down and cry in the middle of the song and not finish. So something to think about. I just say that obviously once you performed a song a lot, it's kind of hard to get back to that original emotion, right, Noah? You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah.
Okay. That's all I got to say, and thanks a lot, guys. I really enjoyed that.
Thank you, Nathan. Thank you for joining, man. All right.
Good to meet you, Nathan.
Good to meet you.
Have a good night.
All right. I'm gonna hit the end. I'm gonna take. We'll take the Skype off. I'm gonna take for you guys. I'm gonna take my heads off for just a second, and what we're saying is still going out, and I think it's going out perfectly in sync. It's just delayed into our headsets.
Okay.
That's what I think is going on. So it'll be easier to go forward if we just take the headsets off. And I'll try to figure it out.
We just do a sound check before we go on.
I see that there's signal going out. And I can see all the signals going out. So we're good. It's just we can't listen to it in the headset. The only other thing we can do is I can close everything down and start it up again. And that fixed it last time. I might be able to. I'll try this again. Just shutting down the Focusrite 8920.
Logic does that for me sometimes too.
That's what it is. It's Logic. You're right. It's Logic. That's what I reset.
I don't know how you fix it other than turning it off or turning it back on.
You just shut it down and turn it back on, and it should be totally fine.
Did you zoom in with this camera? Because I was able to get so much more of a frame when I was hanging out, and then
Okay, I'll check that out.
Yeah. Anyway, go on. Focus one thing at a time.
Okay.
In the Logic.
All right.
Resetting my Logic.
Say whatever you want.
All right, let's do this.
Can you mute my guitar so I can unplug it?
Check. All right, we're good. We no delay anymore.
No delay.
We're back.
Right.
Let me see. Your guitar is channel 2, I believe. Let me just make sure I'm on the right one.
Cool.
And your guitar is muted. Yes, you're good. All right, so we're back. All right. The delay is gone. Thank you guys for bearing with us as we dealt with that delay. All right. So I guess, let's get Sean Gallagher up. Let me call Sean Gallagher. Sean, we are coming for you. Sean, here we go. So loud. At the end of this, I think we're gonna do a jam, and maybe we'll do it to this. We'll try to recreate the Skype song.
We got to.
All right, Sean, I see we are connected. I don't see your video. Tap the video icon on your Skype, and that should give us a video feed. Do you hear us? Right on.
Hey, Nathan.
Let me get the right video feed here for you. It should be.
Yeah, it looks
be
like a
this.
screenshot.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's like it does a screenshot.
Yeah.
I guess it's this one here. I don't know. I'm not seeing you. I think maybe the issue is since we don't have your video yet. If you can see the video icon, there should be a video icon on your phone where you can see. Yeah. Yeah, we can hear you. Sure. All right. Well, Sean's figured out the video button. Maybe we can let me just say about, now that I don't have an echo going on in my head. I just want to say a few things about Nathan. I know you said you didn't want me to talk too much about him, but basically one of the things I want for this eOpenMic to be is a way to connect people across state lines and internationally. And there's so many different people doing music, and I would say there's so many people doing music at a high level that in many different places. And so I think that's one of the things that maybe this can do. That's one of the reasons I was really excited about our Vetra joining in particular, because I've never heard of him before. I've never met him. So it can be a way to connect people that would otherwise never meet. And I just think there's something really, really cool about that. Not to mention just connecting people that have mutual connections. And so Nathan's somebody that's in Long Beach, California. He was out there for a long time. He moved to North Carolina. And he's a prolific songwriter, as I said, but if you're in his vicinity, he's somebody you definitely want to connect to with music, because it's a massive passion of his. He's got great insights on it, and he knows a lot of people, and he knows a lot of the venues. He's just totally plugged in. He can tell you where all the different open mics are. He can tell you about the different venues in town, that kind of stuff. So, and not to mention, he's just a lot of fun to talk to about music. So, that's one of my hopes, is that we can connect to people like that, and just connect to more people, build those connections. So, Sean, how's it coming? All right. Well, let me throw it to the panel. What did you guys think of Nathan's song? What did y'all think of Nathan's song? It's an a cappella performance. How do you guys experience a cappella performances? Why don't I start with Josh? I'll start with you, Josh.
They always hit differently. I've hosting open mics for a few years. I experienced a few different types of a cappella musicians, and some more poetic, some more musical, and the delivery is always a special part of like an a cappella performance, right? You have to captivate with just your vocals. I really did enjoy what he said at the end about having to work with the emotional context of a song, because I, for one, have had to choke my way through a song just because of emotional context. And I think it's a very real thing that a musician who's being real will experience. Yes. So,
yeah. On that note, I think the emotional delivery of emotional content and memory is very, 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 very authentic to art creation and sharing.
Mm-hmm.
I think if an artist can tap into and harness that emotion at its core with every lyric, based on what the subject of the song is, you can create or recreate an environment and a situation that your audience can tap into.
Yep.
And so I hope to choke up when I perform songs that have any hint of emotion.
But still make it through the song, It's just some.
Well, I think it's a matter of applying the choking up, to harness it, to channel it, to place it, and do so, if possibly, fluidly. I don't think it's anything to fight. I think it's something to ride.
Sure.
Well, that's something for me that's really tough about recording, whenever you're recording yourself play, because you've got the camera on you and you're trying to perform, but the best recordings are always the ones that are done emotionally. So it's almost like you want to prepare yourself to record before you actually record or perform. But then at the same time, I did relate to what he was saying, with the songs that are hard to perform, and that eventually they become easy to perform. But then I've also found, you don't play a song for 2 years and then you play it for the first time, and it's like you played it for the first time all over again.
It can happen, for sure.
That kind of gets into, hey, we got Sean. Hey, here he is. All right, let me get him on the screen.
Right on time.
There he is. Hey. All right, now we. Hey,
I don't know how I did. Don't ask me to do that again, because I have no idea what that is.
Welcome, Sean.
Hey,
nice to meet you.
This is. We lost him.
Thank you.
No, what happened?
Oh, wait,
what is this? we're seeing like a ghost. We're seeing a ghost. Okay. Well, now that we have the ghost of Sean Gallagher, we Sean hosted an open mic, and all right, I'm gonna since we're seeing a dark screen.
I think maybe
Sean,
his phone fell.
Yeah.
did your phone fall? Did it fall to the
Fall?
floor? No.
Nah, I'm
Maybe
looking
you
at my
hit a reverse camera button, like you inverted the camera, because we're seeing a black screen.
It's
It's not the biggest deal. We can now we're seeing the Skype screen. Look, you saw Sean, so
so
now you just think of Sean and while he's performing.
Okay.
Will that work? And so let me just say, Sean hosted an open mic for what? How many years did you host it at Fox Coffee in Long Beach? Okay, 6 years. So that's one thing. Maybe when you're done performing, we could talk just briefly about open mics and what the experience was like hosting. I'm hoping to have Sean again as part of my podcast. In I think maybe in February. I can't remember if it's February, maybe March. I can't remember. I don't know. Maybe we haven't lined it up yet. But that's something I'm hoping to talk with Sean a little further about. Maybe we can start that conversation a little bit here. But without further ado, this is Sean Gallagher. He's out of Long Beach, California, and he's going to play a couple songs for us.
All right.
Hey.
Yep.
Yep.
Sure can.
Yeah. Sorry to hear that, Sean. That's really cool. Yeah.
Yep.
All right.
Sean, the ladies' man. Yes, the lake is back. No, I said the ladies' man.
Good. sharing these songs. Good songs, Sean.
I love your choice of chords. Those were both original songs, correct? Yeah. I love your choice of chords. Love those pretty. Jazzy chords.
Yeah. That's pretty.
What stood out to me was your relationship to geography or place. That's something that touches me and shows up a lot in my pieces. So that's something that compelled me in yours, Sean.
Right on, man.
Hey, thank you, Sean. Thanks for joining and thanks for sharing those songs. That was really pretty.
I'm glad we could see you briefly.
Yeah.
Great to hear you.
Hey, it was great, man. The second song in particular came through pretty nice. But thank you for joining and wishing you the best with what you're going through with the stroke and sorry to hear that, man. Are you getting out to play some music these days? Pretty shut down. Keep picking it up.
Yeah. I'm sure that'll be important in your healing journey.
Be good therapy. Yeah.
Right.
All right.
Thanks, Sean.
Have a good night, Sean.
Nice to meet you.
See you later. All right. Hey, we had a little bit of technical difficulties, but we got through it, and that wasn't too bad. That actually, it was. Yeah.
Without video, just having audio worked out well.
Yeah, that worked out.
Worked well. Yeah.
And the stream never went down. And
you
what's up, Rita? What's up, Holly? We got Corey that just chimed in to say damn.
Yeah.
But all right. Hey, let's take like a really short halftime. Anybody need anything to drink?
I suppose you do now. Right?
Okay. Why don't we talk? Let's see. Why don't we just talk briefly about? I don't know. You guys got anything you want to talk about?
Well, I like. Yeah. Was it Nathan that brought up just the context of like emotion in a song when your emotional delivery? And before that, we spoke a little bit about Tim and his ability to kind of vibe with a room and bring the right emotional context in a different setting. I think that's a very important thing for every creative artist to learn their way through as they're like finding their niche, finding their sound, because you have to know how to shape that sound in all these different locations or settings. You're never going to have the same opportunities over and over again. And how do you guys think that affects, I don't know, your writing? Like, I don't want to ask the same thing everybody.
That's a really interesting question.
I don't want to ask the same thing everybody writes. Like, do you write lyrics first and vocals first? But like, do you write differently at home than you do in the context of being on a beach or being in all these locations? Do you think that influences you? I don't know. That was kind of a roundabout.
I'll jump in. At first, I thought you were asking like, do you, based on like you're saying, you know, every context is different and it's never going to be the same. And so that's one of the things I think is really cool about performance is you really have to come up with something brand new every time. It's new every time. Right. And if you're getting into like just a routine where you do the same thing every time, it's just like if you tell the same. Yeah. I used to do that with jokes sometimes. Like when I was young, and I would think I came up with a really good joke, and especially when I first started out with music, I would think about what am I going to say on the mic before I play my song, and I'd try to come up with something I could say that would engage the audience or would be funny, and so then I'd find something that really worked with an audience, and then I would just try using that same thing. But it wouldn't work with
it. Wouldn't always work. No, right.
It would fall flat. Usually it only worked with that audience, and the reason it worked is because I paid attention to the context of what was going on, and I came up with something that was really appropriate for them. But then when I tried to reuse that, and then also it's like a new experience. You've already gone through that experience, and so as you express it, it's very hard to express it in an identical way because you're experiencing it differently. But how that relates to when you're writing songs with the idea of where you might be performing those songs, I think that's a really interesting thing to think about, where I've never really thought about that before. I always wrote songs just for myself or whatever inspiration struck me. But now that I'm performing a lot more, I'm starting to think a lot more about what can I write that would be really useful in this setting.
In this type of scenario.
Yeah,
right.
and then you give yourself tools with your original music that you can use, where you learned, okay, when I played these covers, this is kind of what really hit well with this stuff and what people got into. And then now maybe if I incorporate things like that into my own music, then I have that toolbox. I don't know, something along those lines.
I want to chime in real quick because what you said in specific, I don't know why it kind of
it was
blew
a
my
ramble.
mind.
So if you got something,
no, it kind of blew my mind because I only ever write music in one location, and that's in the privacy of my home.
Okay.
I don't know why I've never even considered writing music like outside at a beach.
Do you think it would draw something different out of you, or do you think
absolutely? That's an excellent idea.
Yeah.
But I've only ever written songs for myself, and then I share them with people. And especially now that I'm trying to play live music more often, I am kind of saying, maybe this like 5-minute long, like angsty heartbreak song isn't one that I'd want to play at like an open mic.
Sure.
Maybe I should play the more energetic one, you know? So it.
Do you guys do you stick to a set list? Like say you're going to a place and you're like, these are the songs I'm going to play. Do you allow yourself to waver from that set list in the event that it's not jiving well? Like, did that make sense? Or
I never make a set list.
Never make a set
never.
list. What about you?
I do both.
Yeah.
A lot of times I'll have a frame and an idea of what I'll be doing, but understand that it's the chances are I'm going to call an audible or 2 or 5 or 10 throughout, just based on what songs connect to the next.
Sure. To the moment.
What I've got really comfortable doing is like I start off with Only Want to Be With You. What's the one that
Hootie and the Blowfish.
Hootie and the Blowfish. I start off with that song just because it's a very simple groove to get into, and it lets me like test the tones of my guitar, and kind of feel out my mix. I'll loop it, play some lead, but I always lead into that song, and then one thing I've learned to do actually is medley, like whenever I'm playing like bar gigs in particular, I'll medley really almost anything I play. I medley like everything. I use the looper to keep the thing going, and so if I'm in an environment where people are talking, I just keep it going. But the way that I'm trying to answer your question is, I do have a certain structure that I like start out every gig with, and I feel like I have certain frameworks or certain groups of songs that are different medleys. Like I've got certain songs that I play with harmonica, and I just use a D harmonica, and they're all in D. So I've got that available. If I feel like higher energy stuff isn't connecting, then I've got this lower energy stuff that's harmonica based. And then I have like these different kind of groupings of songs that I'll try to match. I'll just try to, I have those available and see if that connects with the audience. I'll try to start out high energy and build it. I go from Hootie and the Blowfish to Lovely Day, the Bill Withers song. And from there, maybe into like All Star, maybe, like the Smash Mouth song. No, I usually go into Shake It Off by Taylor Swift.
Okay.
And so you come up with some stuff that I can build up pretty high and hit them out the gates with something big. So I'm like, I don't know. That's just kind of what I do. And so, yes, I have stuff that I play. I don't have a set list exactly, but I have stuff that I know that I start every single gig with this stuff. And I see how it goes over. And depending on how that connects, I'll go to this next sort of box of material, if that makes any sense.
It makes sense.
Yeah, that's what I do.
Kind of like a choose your own story, like in those old books. This happened. What do you choose? Like, okay, slow music.
Yeah.
I remember the first time I heard you medley the Allman Brothers over Hootie and the Blowfish. You're just like...
That's what I do. Is going to Fly. That's the other one. The Sugar Ray Fly.
Yeah.
I go into Fly, and I'll do the Allman Brothers Jessica over the top of that. Mm-hmm. I learned that from Alex Rodriguez in California. So Alex Rodriguez, if you're out there, I stole that from you.
I stole that from you.
I
That's
carried
mine
it on.
now.
I carried on the tradition. So I don't know if you still do that, but I totally ripped that from Alex Rodriguez. So, yeah.
So I actually got a text from a friend that said, I'm testing to see if your phone's muted. I was like, what?
That's great. All right, hey, okay. Hey, let's roll on to the next performers. We've got Grant Wenzel. We're going to throw it to you. Yeah?
All right. Sounds
All
good.
right. Let me make sure we got everything balanced, and we'll go to... Boom. You can follow Grant on Instagram.
All right. Like I said, I don't ever make a set list, so I'm going to go with it. Let's see. So I write my music all in my bedroom. I recently upgraded to a single bedroom apartment where I don't share any rooms with anyone. So now I have a living room, which is a big change for me. But usually it's in my bedroom. And this first song, it kind of touches back to the pandemic. I wrote it. I was feeling very defeated. So it's a very defeated song. I'm going to bring down the mood, but I promise I'll bring it back up before I hand off the microphone to someone else. But this song is just called Alone. Back with genuine smile. Why didn't that last? I was working out 5 times a week, and for once the future didn't look so bleak. Why couldn't that last? Now I'm laying at the ceiling, picking and probing at the past. I'm laying in my bed, ruminating words unsaid. Scrolling through old pictures online, hopelessly falling through time. But does it ever go? See, I know I live ended now, but I can see my eyes were bright like a child, and all fresh fallen snow. But I'm staring at the ceiling, picking and probing at the past. I'm laying in my bed, ruminating words unsaid. Alone. 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 Oh.
my sense of optimism fade. Settle down, accepted the cage. That's it. So this next song I wrote about a year later, and this is more or less a solution to the feelings that I was feeling in that song. For a lack of better words, this is called Have It Made.
I want to play a lead to this. I love this song.
You say too much of risk to take, yet you drive for phone in hand, living life on interstates, following strangers' favorite plans. When we're young, we dream we're older. Dream job, wife on your shoulder. Someday we'll have it made. The path to nowhere is a lone place. Be one traveler along I stood. I overthought, I contemplated, gotten lost inside the wood. Now I'm old and dreaming I'm younger. Looking ahead and full of hunger. Someday we'll have it made. I spend my whole life living a dream filled with regret and anxiety, and nothing's ever gonna change till I can learn to say right now I've got it made.
That's all I got for you today.
I can't whistle like that. Okay, hey, so something that your first song made me think of. I don't know if this is the best segue in the world. First of all, I love those songs. I love that. I love that. The second song in particular. I mean, it's infectious groove. Your guitar groove is like
Thank you.
it's infectious, man, and it's just lovely to listen to, and especially the little bend that you do.
You said it before.
I know.
I'm sad I didn't get into the recording, but the
Yeah, that. Yeah.
very John Mayer.
Yeah. It's it's great. Let's see. What's happening? Is that me? I don't know. I think that's the guitar. Boom, boom, boom. All right, I'll leave you. Yeah.
It's off.
Okay.
Guitar's off.
All right. The first song in particular, that's if I understood it correctly, it's really depressing.
It's a very depressing song. Yes.
Yes. So
yeah, it's very depressing.
It concludes in a very. It doesn't conclude in a positive state, right? It's like super down.
No.
And for a long time, I don't know, like, well, I think like when you try to be a performing musician, or you try to like you want your songs to get heard, it's really easy to think that you need to write upbeat stuff. In fact, you get told that when you play bars and restaurants, right?
Oh,
you get
yeah.
told you got to keep it upbeat, right? And if you don't keep it upbeat, well, the people aren't going to drink, I guess, something like that.
Well, they drink
So
heavier.
They drink for the wrong reason.
for a different reason. Yeah.
okay, it kills the vibe. You get a certain or whatever. But the reality is, like, we all like that's something I don't hold myself to that standard as much anymore. I think I don't know, when you're playing out, you got to play for the audience, and you got to keep that in mind, or you won't get hired again by certain places. But on the other hand, like, I think maybe one of the issues of being a songwriter is you got to let the song really be what the song is, right? You can't try to change it. And some songs, they're just not meant to be that song that everybody's going to want to listen to or get down to or something like that. They're something else, and you just got to let them be what they are, and not be worried. And you got to write for yourself on something. I don't know. I can't put the exact words, but what
there are a lot of emotions in the world, man.
Yeah.
You have to have songs for all of them, I think.
Yeah. And so, like, that sense of hopelessness at the end of that song, it's like it's a reality in it, and you gotta. I don't know, maybe we don't stay there all the time, but
Yeah, and that's what that second song is supposed to be, you know. You can't live in the past, you can't live in the future. You got to just be here in the moment, and that's where happiness is.
And I like to, like, that's kind of what you're saying, like, to realize that now you have it made. Right?
Yeah.
Is that kind of what it's saying?
Yeah, to realize right now you got all you need, you know.
Well, the
In
lyrics.
the past.
I'm sorry, I didn't mean.
Oh,
to
no, go ahead.
The lyrics to that first song, I may as well have written. I felt exactly the way that you did during that period of time. I was like, man, I had momentum, and then I had none.
Oh,
And
yeah.
it was just that quick, you know.
Oh, yeah. A week before everything stopped, I ran my first marathon. So I was about as
Into
momentous as you could possibly be. And then next thing you know, running 20 miles a weekend, and then all of a sudden I can't leave my apartment for months on end.
Treadmill time. No.
Yeah, I mean, if gyms were open, but
I should put that over there for you guys can see. Sophie says, "Great job, Grant."
Thank you.
We got Holly is giving applause, and Rita is saying, "As a songwriter, is there more creativity from emotion, pain, or joy? Yes, no, maybe." I think that's a question to us. As a songwriter, is there more creativity from emotional pain or joy? Yeah,
It just depends on the moment in the song. Like, I have a lot of the emotional pain that inspires my music, but it doesn't mean there's any less, like, if I experience joy, I could also have creativity come from that, I think. I mean, I know.
I get it in equal doses from joy and pain.
Yeah.
Definitely more pain side. I write. I have to be a little miserable to write music. So
It's true. Yeah.
One thing I'm starting to do, or I started to do more, is write just about places. Like, I don't know, even maybe a coffee shop or something. Just write about a place. And so, like, if I got a chance to go to Cancun, and I wrote a song just about Cancun. And when I sat down to write it, I didn't really have an idea in my head. But then once I never, I don't know, places, like, I never thought of those as like some great source of inspiration. But then when you think about it, like how much stuff, that whole experience of being there and just how much different things went on, and kind of learning about the culture and feeling like music that happens in different places. I don't know. It can be a pretty good source of inspiration too, just places.
It's true.
where do y'all take your most amount of inspiration from anytime you write your songs?
Women.
When?
Women.
Yeah.
I thought you said when.
No, women.
Yeah.
When women?
When I meet women.
Man.
I draw from, it sounds kind of shitty, but like faith and doubt, those two things, and the kind of contrast between the two. And a lot of stuff that I write's kind of like a spiritual letter to whoever's listening. you know, about a moment or a thing
like
that I'm
that.
going through. Yeah.
I really like that.
A lot of times it can be a woman, but, you know, not limited to, I guess.
Sure.
Yeah.
Faith and doubt is annoying as hell. It's like, because like you can't know. Come on, you know, like when can you ever know, right? Like when isn't there going to be one time where finally you just know enough, where you can be like, okay, I got to figure it out now, right? Like
No, you know nothing.
No. Okay. Hey, without further ado, let's toss it over to Joshua Jarman. Joshua Jarman's going to perform for us. And, yeah, Joshua Jarman, I don't know that I need to introduce this guy. He can introduce everybody else. Like, so he hosted a mic at the Coastal Coffee Roasters for a long time. I know, read it in the chat, knows Joshua really well.
Hi, Rita.
And, super influential in this area. I feel like just about everybody knows Josh. I feel like you've gone through
Except
like
Josh. Josh hasn't figured
Josh
Josh
doesn't know
out yet.
Josh
So
yet.
if you guys would let me know, it'd be great.
So all right, we'll go there and yeah, throw it to Josh.
All right.
Do you look for proof in the lies of your news? And do you think that all those who cry tell you the truth? Because the soothsayer tries not to look you in the eye, while the timing of his smile seems aloof. Because we all follow blindly the prophet of the times, we consider our minds our own. But we're unhappy when we find that their motives were unkind. We're reminded of the lies that were spoken. Like the heart of the sunshine, the eye of the moon. 'Cause if you don't believe them, they will call you a loon. And I might be a person, but I'm not sure about you. If I can't stare at the sunshine, then I'll howl at the moon. Howl at the moon. Howl at the moon. So do you look for proof in the lies of your news? And do you think that all those who cry tell you the truth? Because the soothsayer tries not to look you in the eye, while the timing of his smile seems aloof. On the person, but I'm not sure about you. If I can't stare at the sunshine, then I'll howl at the moon. I'll howl at the moon. Howl at the
Yeah. That song's called Media. So I wrote that also during the pandemic when that happened. I sort of felt like the rug was pulled. And I had so much confusion. Confusion is the perfect word. I had no idea what I knew, what I didn't know, what I thought I knew, what other people were telling me I should know, like just about what was going on, because one day things were traditional, the next day I'm being told that the world was kind of on pause, and it took a little while for all of us to have that set in. So that song allowed me to convey kind of, I don't know, opinions without being direct and acting like I knew something. Was kind of cool. So anyway, Media.
Yeah.
All right, I got one more, kind of about keeping your footing when the rug is pulled. Yes.
It's a long walk. I put my shoes on one by one. Though each step that I take seems even slower than the last. But on and on I'll go into your cinders and your ashes, where the same old faces say a quick hello to the past. On and on
Yeah. Cool. Thank you.
Loved
Guys.
both
Appreciate
of those
it.
songs. Loved both of those
Appreciate
songs.
it.
Josh, your playing is super clean.
It's,
nice.
It's
Thank you.
incredible. Yeah.
I appreciate that.
Especially on the first one, I thought your playing was just. I mean, you've got it worked up, but the playing is just like so clean. I don't know.
And the build up that you have to the
Percussion
guitar,
stuff.
the percussion stuff,
Thank
and then
you.
how you kind of tease it throughout the rest of the song. It really, yeah, you can definitely feel the song kind of.
So I've been playing a lot as a drummer, and it's helping me with dynamics, I think, a lot. Like knowing when crescendos are about to happen.
I was curious about that to see how that is impacting, like, because you're already a percussive like guitar player, but so you can see how that would translate really well to percussion. But I was curious about that, how that impacted.
You can hear it. You can definitely hear
Appreciate it. I love it. It's playing drums is a lot of fun. First off, it's like a different delivery of fun than the guitar. But yeah, thank you guys.
Grant agrees with you.
Yeah,
it's awesome.
I'm not any good at drums, but I love just getting behind
just
a
so
kit.
fun,
It's,
man.
yeah, I mean, you can't beat on a guitar like you can beat on a set of
You
drums.
could try. I've cracked a few.
I enjoyed a couple nice healing tears from that last tune. Thank you, bro.
Thanks, man. You know, it's a somewhat of a mantra that I have to keep to myself. I have low points just like anybody else, and that kind of song, especially to be able to sing it, that's one that choked me up for a little while because I didn't want to believe what I was saying, even though it's so simple. Just continue your walk, right? Well, there are so many times you're like, I'm just done walking. And, you know, to sing that song initially was a challenge for me because I was still learning the importance of that. And yeah, it's a simple song, seemingly, right? I don't know. Songs are good.
I want to just ask you, like, on that song in particular, how has that been? Because you've been performing that song for a while. Like,
yeah.
That's one of the songs. So we got Rita saying, here, let's switch. This is something I apologize to y'all for. I am not in the habit of switching between the different scenes and maintaining, you know, the right camera at the right time. I'm gonna develop that skill. But we got Rita saying Joshua Jarman mantra theme song walk. Just enjoy the walk. Holly is giving more applause, and yeah, when I first came to Charleston, I saw you playing that song, and so I'm just curious, like how long, or not how long, how that song has been to perform. I imagine you performed that easily over 100 times, no? Like in terms of public, and yeah, has that been like every experience? That one, I think in particular, when you get on stage, you probably go through an experience. And that probably never goes away. Like there's some songs maybe where you performed a bunch of times and it doesn't mean as much to you anymore. But that's a song that probably relates for the whole life, right?
Definitely. So, and it really hasn't been recorded or produced yet. That's one of the songs that I play enough, and people who have heard my music will know the song, but there's really nowhere else for them to find it except like some obscure videos that I've put out there. But
or a podcast.
Yeah, or a podcast like this.
Hey,
you know, but
it is recorded now.
Recorded.
Playing it, you know, songs get more polished the more you play them, just like anything. But that song in particular, we were kind of talking about whether or not you have to change your set list, you know, to suit an audience. Yeah. And I can usually, no matter what kind of audience I have, just depending, I mean, not like a big club or something, I can reel them back in with songs like that and have their attention again, no matter what the next song will do or where they go. But yeah, I'm blessed to have that song for sure. Just for my own sake. Yeah.
All right. Well, hey, I'll throw it out there one more time. Let's see. Is there anything else we want to talk to before we do a jam? Or talk about? Let's do a jam. Okay.
Let's do a jam.
Let's do a jam. Hey, for everybody that tuned in, thank you guys for tuning in. Thank you for sharing the event and commenting and all that. I hope you guys enjoyed this first, or the resurrection of eOpenMic. And I feel like it went pretty well. I mean, and thank you guys, all you guys, for coming and being part of this. This was a fantastic group. You guys are killer. So.
Thank you, Noah.
This was a blast.
Yeah, dude. Look what you did.
We've got so much talent in this room.
That was and we had a lot of diversity in the songs and stuff, and it was great to get Nathan and Sean joining in as well digitally, and Arvetra, Arvetra.
Hope
I don't know.
Feel better.
Hope you feel better.
Thank you, Tim.
Rest up.
Tim,
hopefully you're asleep.
Tim helped me be a nicer person. Yeah, Arvetra, hope you're getting rest and feeling better. But yeah, hopefully we get more people joining in digitally. I'm gonna make a more of an effort to get people, also, if you guys have anybody that if anybody listening, I hear a couple things. If anybody listening, you know people in different parts of town or different parts of the world or different parts of the country that would be interested in doing something like this, let them know, because this is open to everyone. I will do like a content control a little bit, like
a pre-screening.
When you go to enough open mics, you got to screen content a little bit, at least a little bit, because
people will take advantage of the opportunity.
They do, and they go off the deep end sometimes. So there's most people, it's all good. It falls within the range. And for me, I don't know about other people that are hosting open mics, but for me as an open mic host, I really let a lot of stuff fly, because I think that's part of the point of an open mic is you gotta let stuff. You got to have a space to move around to be creative and figure out what works and what doesn't work. And so, but there are some people that sing very inappropriate things. Like, we won't go there. But
sometimes they end up becoming they become number one hits like WAP. I'm like, what is going on?
True.
Like, why?
Yes, that is true. So maybe I'm completely wrong. That guy was on fire that night when he sang what I'm not going to repeat on this camera. But anyway. All right, let's do a jam.
Right.
Yeah, and if anybody in the Charleston area, you guys want to do this, I'm going to do 3 people in a studio every time. We actually can accommodate bands in here, so I can't fit like 3 bands in here, but we could probably do 1 band. Here's the proof. Wait, you want me to? All right, Grant's gonna show you his skills. Hey, why you want a drum for the jam?
Sure.
Yeah.
Wait, can you see the drum? Sure.
You can't see the drum, but I can. There you go. Yeah.
Just
Perfect. Yeah.
All right. Sure, why not?
All right. Boom. Lou Gonzalez, thanks for setting up the drum kit. All right, we're gonna do a little jam, and I have never jammed on the piano ever, so this is new. You want to do your harmonica, Tim?
I got him.
All right. Hey, actually, since I cannot jam on the piano, is it cool if I just lay down a little riff thing that I was playing around with? I think it's like... Hey, we got to get Grant a headset. Let's get Grant his headset. Yeah.
He's just gonna drum to the hand movements.
It's like I can start playing. You can follow me.
All right.
I'll be the metronome.
Let's get this.
Sorry, I was just tripping on another headset over here.
Haven't set it up.
Okay.
What's your key there, Noah?
I think it is B.
B.
B. All right. Hey, okay, we did that. Hey. All right. So, Josh, why don't you lead us into something?
Can I
I'll
get a
try to
little more
find-
volume,
Yeah.
please?
Yeah, I couldn't hear you very well.
I mean, I was probably not, shouldn't have been heard, but
Oh no.
I was not doing well.
All right. I think I got you more. Hold on.
Love that chord.
you guys for tuning into eOpenMic. We'll see you guys next one. Peace out.
See ya.
That was fun. I liked it. Yeah, it's a little jazzy part.
Thank you.